You're watching the Weiss channel. Today we're going to solve rectangles. But first we have to review something here. First we're going to recall FOIL. Remember FOIL? For example, x plus 5 times x minus 8. First, outer, inner, last. What's x times x? X squared. X and x was the first. And then O for outer. X times negative 8 makes negative 8x. And then I for inner. 5 times x makes 5x. Put that together, you get negative 3x. And then last, 5 times negative 8 is negative 40. So your answer would be x squared minus 3x plus 40. If we go backwards, that's called factor. So how do we factor, for example, x squared plus 5x minus 24? Well, we make two sets of parentheses. And we say what times what makes x squared, and what times what makes negative 24 that added together makes positive 5. Here are all the combinations that make negative 24 when you multiply them. But it's negative 3 times 8 that makes positive 5 when you add negative 3 plus 8. So your answer is x minus 3 times x plus 8. So here's our first problem. The width of a rectangle is the length minus 8 units. The area of the rectangle is 9 square units. What is the length in units of the rectangle? Okay, I'm going to draw a picture. And the width is the length minus 8. Okay? So the length is going to be L. The width is going to be length minus 8. And the area is 9. How do you find the area of a rectangle? You do length times width. So I'm going to do length times width equals area. So L times L minus 8 equals 9. Distribute the L, you get L squared minus 8L equals 9. To solve this problem, I have to have the right side equal to 0. So I'm going to minus 9 to both sides and get L squared minus 8L minus 9 equals 0. Now I have to factor. What times what makes L squared? What times what makes negative 9 that added together makes negative 8? L minus 9 times L plus 1. So now what you do is you separate the two. L minus 9 equals 0. L plus 1 equals 0. Add 9 to both sides, minus 1 to both sides. You get L equals 9. L equals negative 1. Now, is there any such thing as a negative length? No. In each one of these problems, one of your answers will be negative. You have to get rid of that answer. So your answer is length equals 9. Okay. The length of the rectangle is 1 unit more. In Delta Math, sometimes the English is not perfect. It should be 1 unit more than the width. The area of the rectangle is 20 square units. What is the length of the rectangle? Okay. The length of the rectangle is 1 more than the width. So I'm going to say the width is W and the length is W plus 1. 1 more than the width. And the area equals 20. So once again, W times W plus 1 equals 20. Distribute the W. W squared plus W equals 20. I'm going to minus 20 to both sides and get w squared plus 1w minus 20 equals 0. W plus 5 times w minus 4 equals 0. I'm going to split it up and say w plus 5 equals 0, w minus 4 equals 0. So w equals negative 5, w equals 4. Get rid of the negative answer. But now the question says, what is the length? Okay? We have the width, but the length, remember, is 1 unit more than the width, or w plus 1, right? So the length is w plus 1. So instead of w, I put in 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. That's the length. Okay. The width of a rectangle is 4 units less than the length. The area is 32. What is the width? Okay. So I'm going to say L is the length and L minus 4 is the width. Area is 32. Okay. L times L minus 4 equals 32. L squared minus 4L equals 32. I'm going to minus 32 from both sides. L squared minus 4L minus 32 equals 0. L minus 8 times L plus 4 equals 0. You get L equals 8 and negative 4. Get rid of the negative answer. The width is L minus 4, or 8 minus 4, which equals 4. One more. The length of a rectangle is the sum. What does sum mean? Sum means add, right? The length of a rectangle is the sum of the width and 2. The area is 63. What is the width of the rectangle? All right. So we have the width, w, and the length is w plus 2. Area is 63. Okay. W times w plus 2 equals 63. W squared plus 2w equals 63, minus 63 from both sides. W squared plus 2w minus 63 equals 0. W plus 9 times w minus 7 equals 0. W plus 9 equals 0. W minus 7 equals 0. Get rid of the negative 9 answer. W equals 7. That's my answer. The width is 7. You've been watching the Weiss channel.